I'm meeting up with my buddy Addy here in Windsor. He's done $270,000 in commission, on pace for $300,000 in his very first year as a realtor.
First thing, start from the books, right? Like YouTube. Your channel, like I watched at least, I don't know how many videos I watched. Like learning, everyone learns, but who executes it? So this is something that I would say, even people learn this one, especially realtors, but miss this part. I would say 80% of the people miss this part. I'm happy to the moon. Like the day I reached 200,000, I said like, me and my wife couldn't sleep for 2 days.
In today's video, we're going to be breaking down for you exactly what you need to do your first year as a real estate agent to absolutely crush it. In today's video, we catch up with Aditya and discuss with him exactly how he made $200,000 in commissions his first year as a realtor. Extremely impressive. He's crushing it on a whole nother level in Windsor, Ontario, but he breaks down for us exactly how you as a new realtor can achieve this as well, or if you've been in the game for a while, you've still got some great tips you can learn from Addy. Let's dive into today's video. YouTube, if you've been wanting to become a realtor, if you're struggling as a realtor, you need to hear this story. I'm meeting up with my buddy Addy here in Windsor. He's done $270,000 in commission, on pace for $300,000 in his very first year as a realtor. Absolutely crushing it. Thank you so much for taking the time. I know there's a lot of realtors and aspiring realtors on my YouTube channel who need to hear your tips because you've just hit the ground running and never looked back, right?
Yeah.
So what's the secret to success, man?
I wish I had one secret. There's so many things, right? It's a mix and match of so many elements, I would say. That's what we're going to talk about now. So the first thing I would say, as a realtor, you need to have knowledge. My biggest success comes from the knowledge that I gained through the investing. So I got my almost 5 properties before even I became a realtor. So that knowledge, I know how to run the numbers. I know where to get the renovation cost. I know what kind of renovations it needed. Like so many other elements that goes in, like knowledge. And that's not enough for being a realtor because you need skills to talk to people. You need skills to convey why, if something is good, why it fits their needs. You have to be in a position to convey that.
And so let's break this down a little bit because knowledge and skills really important, like you mentioned, and it's not just enough just to get the knowledge from like the Ontario Board of Realtors, right? Like there's so many people that go through that system and I find they're still struggling to really understand what real estate investing is, what a good deal is, things of that nature. So where else do you get the knowledge?
Yeah, that's very important. So first thing, start from the books. Right, like not the exam books, the books that are on, if you're interested into investing, like that's what my niche is because I'm an investor. So I read a lot about investings. I read a lot about like how other investors buy properties because now I'm into that mindset. And books is the biggest thing.
So any books come to mind? I know in a previous...
So many books. So rental property investing and investing in real estate in Canada by Don Campbell. A lot of books that are suggested on Bigger Pockets. That's my biggest to-go place where I read a lot of blogs. YouTube. Your channel, like I watched at least, I don't know how many videos I watched, like Jeff Weibo's videos, like I watch his videos because he shares so much information specifically for realtors. So that's like, I watch that and I take those things seriously. Because,
that's a big point.
Yeah, it's like learning, everyone learns, but who executes it? Like, if I know when I got my first property, I know, like I learned from other people saying, okay, you go to bank, talk to these people, and they tell you, they approve your mortgage and you will get it. But it's not that easy in reality because like when I got my first property, it was like I was on my work permit. I don't have my permanent residency. That was my challenge. I have to talk to many people. So if you said no for, one person said no to you, if you stopped there, then you lost. So that's the kind of actions you have to take. Like you have to keep taking actions, but also at the same time keep learning what you need, like real estate, in specifically what you're going to focus on, what's your niche going to be. on that level, and also like the skills. For especially one book that is literally changed my life is How to Win Friends, Influence People.
Love it. Yeah.
That's like I think it's must for any entrepreneur. I till the day I sometimes go back and I have a PDF book, and I also have like a physical copy. Whenever, like, if I feel, you know what, maybe I missed somewhere some kind of miscommunication, let me go back and just check some highlight points, how to communicate better. So yeah, that's really, really key.
Awesome, love it. And so the next tip you have for us is visibility.
Yeah. So this is something that I would say even people learn this one, especially realtors, but miss this part. I would say 80% of the people miss this part. Visibility. I used to go for networking events from the day one and I still go. Like from the day one, how I know you.
Yeah.
You came to for networking event. It was a small one, like only 5 people.
Yeah.
You and me and Cassidy and other 2 people. That's it. But I was there. Like for every networking event that happens related to real estate, I'm there. Because now that's that's an opportunity to meet another people who are interested to buy, interested to sell. You know, it's a combination of everything. But I don't go there with the mindset of, you know, I'm going to go find buyers or sellers.
Yeah, and you're not just like handing out business cards right away.
That's the biggest mistake I learned from the beginning from other people. No, just make connections, solid connections. I never talk about, hey, do you want to buy properties? Come to me. I never did that. I always want to say, like, you know, let's connect, let's get to know each other. You know, what do you do? What kind of job you do? Or what's your family background? Or, you know, all this stuff, connection. Make that connections, automatically they turn into sales later on in future. You know, it could be 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years down the road. So networking events, and also like inner circle that many people miss, like, you know, who will trust me? My friends are, I don't have any family here, but I have you know, now because I'm born and raised in India, came to Canada. So pretty much every Indian, like any Indian communities, it's like my family. Yeah. Right. So I go for all the Indian, you know, community events, because now who trusts you the most? First, your own family. So for me, my Indian community is my family. So I go for those events. And biggest thing is social media. It's a must. Like, I started my YouTube channel after you and Jeff Weibel. You guys plays a major role in my life. I really mean it. On the day when we met at the networking event in that restaurant, you showed me how to do. I asked you that question. I don't know if you remember or not. You said, you know, just pull up your phone and put it like this, and that's it. I'm like, okay. And when I decided to get my realtor license, I was looking at some videos, and Jeff Weibel's video popped in, that 100,000 video. He said, you know, do videos, let the people know what you do. So that's the day, like literally the day I started my exams, like booked my exam date, I started my YouTube channel. And I pretty much did what my strengths are. Like, I share what I know, like, you know, what other people doing, or, you know, what I have done for
what you know, what you're learning, what you're going through. Yeah, and I think it's really important, this visibility. This isn't like about buying bus benches or handing out business cards. It's about building relationships, right? Real estate's really a contact sport, and the more relationships, the more contacts we make, the better we're going to do as a real estate investor or as a realtor. And then, so finally, this is huge. So even if you have the knowledge and skills, even if you're creating some visibility, if you're not being consistent,
no one trusts you, right? If I got my first property and after 2-3 years I said I'm going to get my second property, if I want to ask for a partner, no one, you know, really trusts me. Same thing with the realtor. If you say that you're doing the business, but you're like active one day, and after, you know, 3 months, 4 months, no one sees you either on YouTube or social media or anywhere. Now, if you come back, now pretty much you have to start from the beginning. So it's a pain in the ass for you as well. So being consistent in gaining the knowledge, being consistent in being visible. So it's a combination of both, consistent in having both.
Yeah, and at this point now, you're actually training your own team, right? So you're now training new realtors how to go about it, and these are the 3 keys you really focus on 100%. For your team.
Yeah, actually, Marco, he's one of my team members. He came to me like when he was writing his last exam. He said, let's talk. How do we strategize about it? The first thing I told him, go start your YouTube channel, because he had 2 properties, and he did a fantastic job on that. I said, all you need is like now start sharing that information. That's the first thing, because you're already gaining the knowledge. So you have to focus on this like 100%. If you're not doing this, better do something else. Yeah. Not in the real estate business.
Love it. And so you got some bonus things for us too?
Yep. So, the biggest question I was asked, how do you stay focused, right? Like how do you stay motivated every day? This is really key in my, I was able to do this. Like I still cannot believe myself making that 270,000, and pretty much with the closings that gonna happen next month, it will be over 300. I'm happy to the moon. Like the day I reached 200,000, I said like, me and my wife couldn't sleep for 2 days. It's that happiness, because not just the numbers, it's the why behind it. Like the reason I got into the real estate, the reason I started to take some big moves, because some pain that I had from back from the back in life. Like my dad, like he worked his ass off, but never had like financial freedom. He always worked hard his whole life, and I always see him like never had money in hand, like to spend on things. Pretty much like those kind of things. I have so many other, I can go on and on that particular topic, but you got to remind that things like, I always tell myself this story. My dad went through this. I don't want to go through that. I want to give a better life for my dad and my family, my mom, my sister, my whole village. In order to do that, I need to be something. So if I'm working full time, having a 8,000, 4,000 income, I spent 3,000. So where is the money left? Like I don't have anything to give back to anyone. I cannot do anything. So in order to that's my why. Like that's why I start for I want to make this happen badly, because if I don't change, my family won't be changing, like my whole village won't be changing. But now if I change, now people see, okay, this kid, he was from our streets, he lived in our village, he did all these things by himself. That means that not only like just giving money, but now I'm giving that motivation. You can do it, because I'm not born with any special skills. I don't have any special skills. Zero. Everything is like I learned. So you got to remind that. Another big thing is morning routine. Like especially for realtors, the day is super, distracting. Many things comes from different routes, like paperwork and marketing, and buyer wants to talk to you, seller wants to talk to you. So many things can go during the day, but in order to stay energetic and focused throughout the day, your day has to start right. Like my morning, pretty much like, again, I'm also a human being. I don't be like picture perfect every day, 365 days, but I aim for like at least 4 to 5 days every day morning. I wake up and go to gym, or do yoga at home and do some meditation. Sometimes I just get out from the window in the winter. I stay just like without any jacket in that cold weather, just to get out of all the noise and focus myself. Who am I, what I'm doing, and all those kind of questions yourself. So those kind of morning routine.
Love it. And then so next,
this is also really important, because this I've been learning lately that you need an accountable partner. Because for example, like if you're going to gym for yourself, you don't do that hard work. If you're going to gym with your friend, you do a little bit more hard work, because you have someone watching you. So that's a kind of accountability. It can come from different routes. My wife is my accountable partner. My dad, he actually every day comes in the night and checks my board. Okay, how many deals have you done this?
Love it.
Yeah, he's been doing that from last. Now in my mind, okay, I gotta step up, because he said, oh, only 5 deals this month. I think you can do 10. I'm like, okay, let me think about that. So that's a kind of accountability. And on social media, I shared my before I even got my license on December, last year December, I shared my goals for 2019. I said this, like literally, I wanna make double my income. And to do that, I need this. I need like 33 sales of average income 250,000. I need, in order to get that 33 sales, I need to talk to like 100 people. And from that, I need to have like prospects. So I broke down those details for myself and I push it out to the social media. Now, whoever watches that video, at least my friends did, and they said, okay, for first month or second month, someone texted me saying, oh, where are you at your journey?
Yeah, so now it motivates you, right?
Exactly. So that's a kind of have an accountable partners in different.
Yeah, I can't stress enough the value in accountability when it comes to achieving the goals we set. As well, there's something really specific there that Addy dropped. He reverse engineered his goals. It wasn't just, hey, I want to make $160,000 next year. It was like, I need to sell 33 properties based upon what the average property sells for here in Windsor, Ontario. It's really powerful once we break it down, because once you have that 33, you're like, okay, I need about, what's that work out to, 3 properties a month, right? I need 3 deals. And we can kind of keep breaking it down. If I need 3 deals a month, then I need essentially like 1 deal a week almost if I want to feel safe, if I want to get ahead, because there's going to be some weeks when it doesn't come together. I love it, man. I'm really excited to see your success. And I'm really excited to see your future 2020. You're just going to crush it. I love it.
Thank you.
It really does come down to your network. You guys have heard me say this before, but I'll say it again. Your network is your net worth. And if you guys want to watch more Addy, click here, or we've got great playlists we put together right there. Click it. I know you're going to get tons of value from that playlist. And I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos right to the end. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to my channel. And until next time, remember, making money is a team sport. There's more than enough money in this world for us to all make it. But if you're not saving it, I mean, like, what's the point? Thanks, guys. Bye.